Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be reacting to what happened to the McCLAIN sisters from China's religious awakening to their careers now. BFTV. Black femininity. Femininity TV. Yo, okay, so I did react to the sad stories about Black Disney girls, you know, including like Raven Simone, Coco Jones, Zendaya, you know, who was in it? Oh, Sky Jackson. I reacted to that video, I think either a year ago or two, so check that out, you know what I'm saying, if you want something around the same topic. But let's go ahead and just get into it. I'm gonna like this video. Please make sure y'all like this video up. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. We wrapping up Pride Month, but it don't matter, okay? We celebrating Pride all the time by just being yourself. Well, by me being myself, I'm celebrating Pride all the time. Pride? Pride. I'm sick. I'm about to be eating some strawberries, y'all. I'm about to be chilling. This video is 27 minutes long, so almost 30 minutes. Grab your snacks, your drinks, everything. All right, let's go.
Most of popularity in the 2010s as a girl group signed to Disney's Hollywood Records. But before that, Ciara, Lauren, and China had already stolen the hearts of many people as the daughters of Idris Elba in Tyler Perry's 2007 film, Daddy's Little Girls. From then on, the trio started successful careers in entertainment, both as a group and individually. Especially the youngest sister, China Ann McCLAIN, whose beaming personality caught the attention of many Hollywood producers. She became
I think because of my age, like, I was first introduced to China through, like, A.N.T, but I definitely saw Daddy's Little Girls not too long after, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all let me know, where do y'all know China from? Or where do y'all know the sisters from? Obviously, Daddy's Little Girls will introduce me to the other girls. That's the first time seeing them, so, yeah.
His beaming personality caught the attention of many Hollywood producers. She became a Disney darling, appearing in some of the network's top-rated shows and recording songs for some of their soundtracks before landing her own series. China's success also helped the McCLAIN sisters as a music trio. Her impressive resume made her one of the most famous child stars of the 2010s. But the tragic passing of a close friend changed her outlook on her career in entertainment and also led her to a spiritual awakening. She used social media to share her views and the word of God. But her religious beliefs were met with heavy criticism from fans of hers. This is what happened to the McCLAIN sisters and what they're up to today.
And then, of course, if you're a little younger, you probably know her from Descendants. So
I have gotten bullied more for talking about God than I ever have in my life. Public school wasn't this bad. Like, for real, I did not expect to have people straight up cussing me smooth out for doing these videos about God. And I've tried to do it respectfully. I don't know why I was shocked about that, though. It literally says in the Bible, it talks about how spreading the word of God is difficult. It's not.
Ciara, Lauren, and China were all born in Decatur, Georgia, to parents Michael and Chantel McCLAIN. The eldest daughter, Ciara Aelina, was born on March 16, 1994. The second born, Lauren Alyssa, was born nearly 3 years later on January 9, 1997. And the youngest daughter, China Ann, arrived on August 25, 1998. They also have a younger brother born in 2001. Their father, Michael, was a music producer and songwriter who worked on Solange's debut album, along with Angie Stone's The Art of Love and War album, while their mother, Chantel, became a writer and actress known for writing episodes for Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns and House of Pain. The girls developed their love of music by watching their father make music in the studio. Michael began producing music for the girls, and in 2004, China, the youngest daughter, was discovered by a music executive who encouraged director Rob Hardy to audition her for his feature film. She landed the role of Alexis in his film The Gospel, and her two sisters, Ciara and Lauren, appear in the film as supporting cast. The role caught the attention of filmmaker Tyler Perry. All three of the McCLAIN sisters showed interest in being singers and joining the entertainment world, but China showed the most potential to become Hollywood's next tween star. In 2006, she auditioned for the Disney TV movie Jump In and ended up landing a starring role in the film. But China passed on the role because they felt she had a better offer. Tyler Perry's House of Pain on
House of Pain, okay. So at first she was gonna probably play Corbin's little sister, maybe? It's kind of one of the roles that I would think that she would, for that age. But, so she ended up, like, going with House of Pain, which makes more sense, though, because then she can get more money. But it's like reoccurring episodes type shit. As in, like, Jump In was just a movie.
Yes.
Makes sense.
She played the role of Jasmine Payne, the daughter of CJ and Janine.
Hear that? I am a genius.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Sierra also makes an appearance on the series. In 2007, the McCLAIN sisters all starred in the Tyler Perry film Daddy's Little Girls.
This was a sad
for which
movie.
They released the single Daddy's Girl.
Big up to your daddy, y'all. Big up to the one who gave you your last name.
They all played the daughters of Idris Elba and had major speaking roles in the film.
Take a shot for y'all to go to bed.
No, please. 5 more minutes, not yet.
But Disney still had China on their radar. And for the next few years, she would make guest appearances on shows like Hannah Montana.
I remember
I
that.
used to like carrots, but then you said you hated them, so that I hated them. Then you said you liked them, so do I like them now or not?
Of course. Carrots are wonderful.
Well, why'd you say you hated them? Were you lying?
China and Lauren even appeared on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, playing the roles of Sasha and Malia Obama. And China appeared alone in an episode of NCIS. In 2009, China landed the starring role.
I'm learning a lot. The thing is, I love shows like NCIS, you know, CSI, all that. Probably seen it. Probably saw her. Probably never registered in my head. That's China and McCLAIN.
As Janet in the Disney Channel pilot Jack and Janet Save the Planet, alongside future co-stars Sierra McCormick and Jake Short. Unfortunately, the pilot was not picked up and never aired. Around this time, the McCLAIN sisters were regularly uploading videos to their YouTube channel, performing covers of songs. But the best was yet to come for the three of them. Things really started looking up for China's career in the 2010s. She started the decade off by playing the daughter of Chris Rock and Maya Rudolph in the 2010 comedy film Grown Ups. She later reprised her role for the second film in 2013. She had a role in the sports film Hurricane Season alongside Forrest Whitaker and Taraji P. Henson. China also had recurring roles on Disney Channel shows like Wizards of Waverly Place and The Jonas Brothers Show, where she is featured on the song Your Biggest Fan alongside Nick Jonas.
Both of them.
The McCLAIN family packed up and relocated to Los Angeles from the suburbs of Atlanta, and Michael and Chantel started prepping their daughters for superstardom. In November 2010, Disney announced a live-action comedy series created around China and her personality, titled Ant Farm. The show was created and executive produced by Dan Siner, who previously worked on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. He said, "The girl had so much confidence. She can nail a joke. She can sing. She can play instruments.
Wait, we don't
it's
like
like China
this dude,
was
do
some
we?
sort of child
Dan
prodigy."
Snyder?
And that's when it hit me. Why not build a show
I like that
around a
dude,
child
yeah.
prodigy? Someone who's got all the natural talent and ability, but is still challenged when she's sent off to high school at the age of 11. End quote. Ant Farm followed China as a middle school music prodigy who gets into a gifted program named Accelerated Natural Talent at the local high school. She, along with her fellow ants, must now navigate the halls of high school. In addition to China, the cast includes her previous co-stars Sierra McCormick and Jake Short, along with Stephanie Scott, Zach Steele, and of course, guest appearances from Lauren and Sierra. The
I
series
forgot
came
about
at a
that.
time when executives of kids' channels were eagerly trying to diversify their roster of talent by casting minority actors in leading roles. We already had actresses like Zendaya on Shake It Up, Coco Jones, who was making appearances on several Disney shows, Symphony Miller on the short-lived
I
Nickelodeon
ain't
series
never
How to
heard
Rock,
of that shit.
and Keke
How to
Palmer
Rock?
on True Jackson VP.
Okay, hold on.
Well,
Some
the
of
show-
this is mixed in with Nickelodeon. That's why I'm thinking this is just straight about Disney. You know, she's going through like all the networks.
It's about an organization in a high school called the Ant Farm, or Ant Program. Ant stands for Advanced Natural Talents, and everybody in this program is very gifted in whatever it is, mathematics, music. I play a musical prodigy. But everybody in the program is really young also, like 11 and 12. And the high schoolers do not want them there. They think that they are terrible and ruin everything there is about high school. So we have to maneuver our way through and get out safely. And my character, China Park, she doesn't care what the high schoolers have to say about her. She is going to make the best of the experience.
Gary
Yeah, how old is
Marsh,
she right
the president
there?
of entertainment for Disney Channel, told the New York Times, "She is probably the most talented comedian we have encountered in 10 years. But there is
Wow.
something that she was born with that allows her to be very humble. Her parents were also warm
Hold
and loving
on.
and caring."
What about Coco? See, look, y'all was not on the same wave with everybody. Like everybody, every single minority should have had their shine. The way they were so talented. I mean, now they're Coco is going crazy now. You know what I'm saying? She doing. You know, it was just all about timing. But talking about the best comedian in the what about Coco Jones? Yo, Coco is a comedian.
Involved. You would be shocked
best
to
one
know
they've
how
seen in 10
often the
years.
opposite is true. End quote.
I mean,
Ant Farm
I'm not
premiered
saying
on
she's
May
not funny,
6,
but like,
2011 with nearly 4 million views, and the series ran for 3 seasons.
New Disney Channel comedy Ant Farm premieres Friday, June 17th at 8:30, 7:30 Central on Disney Channel.
But with all eyes now on China,
and you're watching
her
Disney
parents wanted to
Channel.
make sure she didn't fall victim to Hollywood and become another teen star who spiraled out of control. So they sought advice from Selena Gomez's parents. Michael said, "Our family is extremely close-knit, and the minute her mother and I or her older sisters sense the slightest whiff of diva behavior, we will jump all over it." End quote.
Good. I think I was about to say something. Oh yeah. Yo, I'm going to the Bop to the Top tour. I'm going to the Bop to the Top tour concert on July 8th, I believe. I'm so excited. Did any of you guys go? Let me know.
The behavior, we will jump all over it. End quote.
And Sierra performing their version of Jingle Bell Rock. Let's hear it for the McCLAIN sisters.
What the heck?
China landing her own show meant more opportunities for the McCLAIN sisters to showcase their music. She signed a solo deal with Hollywood Records, and also with Sierra and Lauren as the McCLAIN sisters. China recorded and composed the show's theme song,
You got
Exceptional.
it. You got it.
And the group released the 2 songs, Perfect Mistake and Electronic Apology, for the Ant Farm soundtrack. All songs from the album were featured on the show, and it also included songs performed by other cast members. In late 2011, China released the song Calling All Monsters as a single, which topped Radio Disney's Top 30 countdown, and also charted within the Hot 100 on
Yeah, this song
Billboard. Lauren and Sierra both guest starred in the music video, which garnered over 50 million views over time.
Okay.
The McCLAIN sisters and China as a solo artist did many pop-up performances to promote their music, like Disney Parks Christmas Day Parade in 2011, the Houston Rodeo as the opening act for Big Time Rush, and the White House Easter Egg Roll in 2012. In March 2012, the group wrote and recorded the song Rise, produced by their father Michael, and it was used as the promotional single for the Disney nature film Chimpanzee. The McCLAIN sisters' music also appeared on the soundtracks for Shake It Up, I Love Dance, Secret of the Wings, The Sparrows, and Tinkerbell. As for China as a solo artist, she performed at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, riding on the Homewood Suites float, singing her song Unstoppable in 2011, and landed the opportunity to sing the theme song for the Disney Channel children's television series Doc McStuffins.
She was...
By the end of 2012, Billboard named her the 6th best-selling artist for digital kids songs. China received an NAACP Image Award nomination for Outstanding Performance by a Youth for her performance on Ant Farm, along with a J14 Teen Icon Award nomination for Icon of Tomorrow. Aside from her own show, China made guest appearances on various reality shows and starred in the film How to Build a Better Boy. China also added voice acting to her resume by lending her voice for programs like Doc McStuffins and VeggieTales, as well as the films Bilal, A New Breed of Hero, and Sheep and Wolves.
China's actually done a lot more than I thought. Like, wow. Diamonds in the sky.
In 2014, China hopped on board with the Descendants franchise, both as a voice actress and live action. She also recorded the track Night is Young for the soundtrack of the first film and the animated short-form series. Her song What's My Name with Thomas Doherty and Dylan Playfair for Descendants 2 reached number 61 on Billboard's Hot 100, and it became a certified gold hit in the United States. China was also a part of the track It's Going Down, which is another gold single that charted within the top 100. Meanwhile, Ciara and Lauren were both finding solo work as actresses. In 2015, Ciara starred in a Lena Waithe pilot for Showtime. Then in 2016, Ciara landed a recurring role on the Lee Daniels hit television series Empire as the singer Nessa Parker, a protege of the character Shine, who signs a recording contract with Empire and is also Andre's lover. For the series, Ciara sang and recorded music for the soundtrack, and she remained a part of the cast for 2 years.
That's what's up. Ciara been doing her thing too.
Lauren McCLAIN also did voiceover work for Descendants' Wicked World as the character Freddy before landing a role in the film Bear City 3 in 2016.
What kind of cover?
Then she ended up landing a starring role in Step Up, High Water.
Yes. And that's what I have... didn't I react to? Yes, I reacted to Step Up. That's on my Patreon if you guys want to watch that. I love the series. Absolutely loved it. Okay? And I forgot who dude. I forgot his name. But he did me back one time. We was talking back and forth. He was telling me, you know what I'm saying? He was giving me words of encouragement and all that about like acting and stuff. He was dope.
Drama series based on the Step Up film series. It premiered in January 2018.
She killed it too.
And she got to showcase her dancing skills.
Yeah, she was going crazy.
Growing up, I was very, very shy. And I always said I'm not a dancer or I can't dance. My sister used to tell me, you should stop saying that. You can.
Dance.
And, I would never give 100% for fear of not being accepted or for fear that people were going to think about me what I thought about myself.
And she was killing the dance
because
moves, man.
now I'm not afraid to. My name is Lauren McCLAIN, and this is my dance journey.
But later in the year, Lauren announced her departure from the series without giving any explanation.
What?
And by the...
What? Are you serious? So this next season, she not even gonna be in it? Oh, that's tragic. Tragic. Hi guys, just wanted to quickly address something I know you guys have been asking a lot about. I am no longer playing Janelle in the Step Up High Water series, so I won't be a part of season 2. You guys always support my family and me and whatever we do. We love you guys. Like, literally, that's all.
Lauren announced her departure from the series without giving any explanation. And by the last portion of the decade, China had already landed the role of Jennifer Pierce in the DC Comics superhero television series Black Lightning.
I forgot
China was still doing really well for herself and showed no signs of slowing down. But that was until something really tragic occurred in her life. On January 6, 2019, actor Cameron
Wow, this
Boyce
was
passed away
2019.
suddenly in his sleep from an epileptic seizure at the age of 20 years young. He was China's closest friend, and she was just 10 years old when they first met while working on the 2010 comedy film Grown Ups. The two remained in contact up until China joined Cameron and the rest of the cast in Disney Channel's Descendants franchise
That's
years
really cool.
later. A few days after his death, China tearfully reflected on their friendship.
I know that it's taken me a while to get home and say something. I had to step away from my phone. Sorry for the people that have contacted me that it was really late getting back to, if I've gotten back to everyone. I just needed to step away from my phone and definitely be off of social media and the internet. Seeing that the headlines and stuff was just too hard. I couldn't do that.
Makes sense, for real. Like, I remember when she dropped this video.
Now I feel like I don't really believe any of this is actually happening. I think that my mind is just kind of shut down at this point. So I'm just kind of feeling a little numb, just like a little bit empty, like just going through the emotions and just like I'll never again have a friend like Cameron.
Oh, no, don't make me cry now. I ain't got time. I ain't down now.
It was around this time when China cut her hair off to begin her journey of self-improvement.
See, you know somebody that been through some shit. If they make a drastic hair change, whether that's the hair color, the hair length, both, the hairstyle, like, that's how you know they went through some shit.
Also dealing with the insecurities of having acne, so she often hid behind her hair. For Teen Vogue, she said, "It really did change my life. It gave me this feeling of freedom that I hadn't felt previously. The only feeling I felt that compares to that type of freedom is finding God and building a relationship with Him. I never would have cut it off when I was younger for a few different reasons. It was a security blanket to me. I was a black girl with long hair. It was down my back, and I always had people commenting on it like, 'Is all that your hair? It's so pretty.' But at some point, I realized that I was hiding behind it for that reason. So it was holding me back. I felt in a lot of ways, emotionally, spiritually, and just from doing some of the things I wanted to do when I wanted to do them." End quote.
See, that might have been another reason why a lot of the Disney people like gravitated towards her, even though she was of color. Rather than like with Coco Jones, like she probably didn't wear her hair straight like she did in Let It Shine, but I'm sure that was like an executive like choice. You know, it was their choice. Like they were like, okay, yeah, let's do that. Just to make it more generic. No, I don't know. I don't know like what China went through when it comes to like her skin color, her hair, and all that. But yeah, I remember Coco said
Obvious
something about
that
that.
Cameron's death inspired China's path to being a more positive version of herself and made her question her career in Hollywood. But her newfound spiritual awakening would end up rubbing a lot of people the wrong way.
What's happening?
In late 2020, she announced her departure from Black Lightning despite the show being on its final season. China never gave a reason, but said she would be focusing on other projects and will only be doing God's work from now on, without elaborating on what the latter means.
So she left Black Lightning too? Why? They all leaving the shows. Like, what happened? ¿Qué pasa? Look, that's how you know they don't really care, you know, really about the money for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, as an actor, like, even as like an amateur, you know, it's already hard enough, like, to book roles. They get these roles, if they can just say, all right, look, I got too much going on, I got time for this role, yeah, I'm gonna have to dip. If they can do that, they set. Like, they don't need it.
I'm here.
What? See, shut the Oh. Get the That just pissed me off.
Is that I am leaving the show and was leaving the show. This was going to be my last season, regardless of if it went on or not, for different reasons that, to be honest, I don't want to go into. I just want y'all to trust me on it. There's been a lot to happen over this quarantine. These things are real. These people that are dying in the way of the world now, and all this is an illusion. It's an illusion. This industry, for what it is, and everything that people look to and praise, it's not important. God is moving me in more than one way than just this show. It's bigger than this show. I'm doing God's work now, and I'm not doing anything else.
So that show was God's work. That's what she said.
I'm not leaving because I had a terrible time working at the CW.
In 2021, she started posting content across her socials, sharing her religious views, testimonials, and to denounce the entertainment industry. Her posts were met with backlash and people accusing her of being judgmental towards non-believers or people who subscribe to different ideologies, using analogies that were confusing, and offending other religious groups by implying that the Christian God is the only God.
Have y'all ever heard of the theory of general relativity? It's what Einstein is famous for. In his calculations, he started to realize that the universe was not eternal. It had a beginning. Now this leads us to the law of causality. Everything that came to be needs a cause. Personal entity that is capable of existing outside of time, space, and matter. That can't be nothing but God. And for people that are like, okay, well, how do you know that it's like Christianity's God? There's only one God. But don't just take my word for it. Go look into it for yourself. One more thing. Evidence is not a substitute for faith. Following God is not a matter of evidence or proof. It's a matter of the will. You have to want to do it so you can have the peace that you're looking for. And if you don't want to make that choice, no amount of evidence is going to convince you to. You have to want to. I'm going to tell you a little secret. This building that I'm in right now.
Like, people literally don't even have to watch this if they don't like agree.
Have you ever met the builder of this building? Seen the builder of this building? Do you know their name? If you believe someone built this building, why? And guess who else you can't blame? God. Because I've heard so many people say, no, I don't believe in God because he ain't never tried to show me no sort of sign. Really? How'd you come in contact with this video? Just say hypothetically for a second that God doesn't exist. I'm not saying that people that don't believe in God are not capable of living moral lives. I would never say anything like that. The point of this video is questioning what the foundation for morality is, objective morality.
Her most controversial video was her thoughts on the entertainment industry negatively depicting God, specifically Lil Nas X and his Montero music video.
There's a lot of confusion about the way God is represented by people versus who he actually is. Comments like the one on top of Lil Nas's video, they often turn into back and forth conversations about religion. Christians against the gay community or Christians against everyone else. When it's really not about Christianity or religion at all. The truth is that God exists. I don't believe in God because a religion tells me to. I know God. We have a relationship. Like I have a relationship with my mom, dad, my sisters, my brother. So when God is represented badly by a Christian or by someone that's been hurt by a Christian, it really makes me sad because it's not who he is. And that behavior also drives so many people away from getting to know him. Entertainment industry, it's about influence. There is a reason why you see people dressed up as Satan. Full-on visuals of Satan, people dressed as Satan, dressed as a demon, got upside-down crosses all on their clothes or pentagrams on their clothes. People think that this stuff is just a game. No, there's a reason why the entertainment industry is doing that, y'all.
See, I'm not like 1,000%. I'm not like religious. I don't consider myself religious. I do believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in heaven. I believe in hell. So if I had to take on a faith, it would be Christianity. But I ain't like this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like I ain't sold on everything. You know, that's just I grew up in church, but
they know good and doggone well that God exists.
I do.
They also know that Satan exists. They're just counting on the fact that y'all don't know that.
But the video shows him getting stoned to death for being gay. He then starts ascending up to heaven before sliding down to hell, where he's seen depicting the devil. The video is a satirical representation of how the LGBT community is viewed by religious groups. He revealed in a press release that the final scene is dismantling the throne of judgment and punishment that has kept many people from his community from embracing themselves out of fear. So China's comments about God being misrepresented didn't really make sense to people because Lil Nas's video didn't focus the attention on God. People called out China and other Christians for completely disregarding the bigger message of the video and only paying attention to the alleged sins of gay people and things that aren't important, while repeatedly remaining silent on crimes committed by church leaders. Ironically enough, China followed it up with a video about not judging others. Another topic people have called religious groups out for.
Judge the law, you are not keeping it, but sitting in judgment on it. There is only one lawgiver and judge, the one who is able to save and destroy, but you, who are you to judge your neighbor?
In October 2021, China, Sierra, and Lauren made a remake of her 2011 hit song Calling All the Monsters for Halloween. Fans called the actress hypocritical for portraying the same imagery she condemned just months ago. But it seems like she's since pumped the brakes a little bit on the religious videos due to the backlash, and is now focusing more on comedic and fun content. It's very common for people to turn to spirituality or faith as a source of light when they're grieving or recovering from a traumatic event. So China was probably just using social media to share her spiritual awakening to the world as a way to cope with the pain of Cameron's untimely death. But it backfired.
I miss Cam a lot. It's hard every time I see his face, and it's going to be difficult. I had no idea about his medical condition. I didn't know, guys, so it hit me out of nowhere. He was just, I mean, I'd known him for so long. I'd never kept a relationship with somebody over, 10 years like that. And to see him go when he was younger than me, it was just like, I don't even know what to say about it. I've had all these really mixed emotions recently. I don't know. It's been really difficult, but I miss him a lot and I love him, and that's never going to change.
She told Teen Vogue, Cameron was my first time really coming in contact with death when it came to somebody I really loved and knew closely. I didn't really know how to handle it. It was just like he was here one day and gone the next, and I had to wrap my mind around the fact that I would never see him in this life again. I'm still dealing with that, to be honest. I don't think I'm ever going to not deal with that, but I adore him. I love him. I still do. I always will. I have stories I want to keep to myself, but I don't know if I'm going to tell anybody. But I know that he's around. I'm proud of the life that he lived, and I'm pretty sure that everybody who knew him could say the same thing. But I mostly find myself thinking about his family because they lost something that the rest of us didn't. I was so tied up in working, and getting ahead. And I was so tied up in that because I really do love acting. I don't like this industry, but I love creating things, creating art. And whether it be acting, singing, dancing, painting, sketching, sculpting, I love all those things, and I do them in my free time. So I just think Cameron's death made me step back. And now I don't live for those things anymore. I don't live for, let me make sure I accomplish this and let me work. Now I just focus on the things around me and focus on this moment and put it on God and my family, and whatever happens with this industry happens. I'm just gonna keep creating things. End quote.
Yeah,
I got bullied more for talking about God than I ever have in my life. Public school wasn't this bad. Like, for real, I did not expect to have people straight up cussing me smooth out for doing these videos about God. And I've tried to do it respectfully. I don't know why I was shocked about that, though.
A lot of China's views are questionable and made a lot of people uncomfortable. China is clearly dealing with something she's never dealt with before and doesn't deserve to be bullied. China revealed that the McCLAIN family is working on a production company, and the trio returned from their music hiatus with their single, My Sanity. Lauren's most recent role is in the slasher film A.N.T, where she played the role of Bailey, and she currently has a TikTok that focuses on beauty-related content. Sierra starred in the dance film Honey, Rise Up and Dance with Tiana Taylor in 2018. She also starred in season 2 of Netflix's American psychological crime thriller Mindhunter. And since January 2020, she's been playing the starring role as Grace Ryder in the Fox drama series 911 Lone Star.
I still have yet to watch the
You all might know me from a little film. I don't know if y'all know it. It's called Descendants. I don't know if y'all know. Okay, good. Well, I'm here to tell you that the Descendants story is about to continue.
As for China, I guess we'll have to wait and see what she decides to do next.
Yeah. Alright, y'all, so that was what happened to the McCLAIN sisters from China's religious awakening to their careers now. I really enjoyed this video, getting to see like what all they've been doing, like from the start to finish. Pretty dope. They are all so talented. I didn't know that Lauren did like graphic effects, makeup, and all that. That was dope. Sierra, she's killing it with the roles. She's making her bank. And in China, she was going through something. She's going through like a phase of like healing, of cycles, the stages, all that. So she doing her thing. I respect all three of them. They all shoot. And it's kind of crazy, right? Because China was the one that kind of like was the star of the three, like growing up. But then now, as you see, like Lauren and Sierra, they doing their thing, and I'm so happy for them, for sure. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please make sure y'all like the video up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you know when I upload. Stay tuned and stay lit. Yeah.